This program on investing under regulation crowdfunding is not investment advice.
Rising with the crowd, power unbound, change makers lead where hope is found. Superpowers for good, shaping the fate. Investors and dreamers open the gate. Supercross stands loud, proud and true, building tomorrow for me and you.
Have you ever thought about the fact that the world is just inundated with plastic, including most of the toys our children play with? Oftentimes toys that end up in their mouths. It's kind of crazy in a way how dominant plastic is for toys. Our guest today has addressed that problem with some magnificent eco-friendly toys that kids just love. You stick around. You don't want to miss this, plus the opportunity to invest in this deal too. Now, welcome to the Super Crowd Presents Superpowers for Good. I'm your host, Devin Thorpe, and our guest today is Webb Knudsen. Webb is the CEO and founder of Playper, which is currently raising capital on WeFunder. Webb, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks. Glad to be here.
Well, we're thrilled to have you. This is one of those offerings that got my attention right out of the bat, right out of the chute. I saw this and I thought, wow, that is creative. And as I dug in, I also saw you've got an exceptional team assembled to you're not messing around. You're building a serious business. That's exciting to see. But tell people about Playper. This is going to blow some minds.
Well, thank you. No, I appreciate the opportunity to talk about it. I love what I do, and I'm really happy to be here. Playper is award-winning, planet-friendly, buildable play sets and storytelling card sets designed for imagination-inspiring pretend play. So that fantastic type of play that kids do, where they really tap into their imaginations in that beautiful way that kids are just so great at, and it really taps into that buildable nature of toys. I love seeing kids build something and get that great pride of accomplishment when they've built something they're really proud of, and that's what we are. We're all about buildable storytelling is our tagline, and that's what we're all about.
Well, it just is so cool to see kids playing with these toys made out of paper. Now, how do you make them so that they're durable and last with children? I mean, that is a tough environment to be in, so that they're not torn and destroyed quickly.
Yeah, no, thank you. I love that question, because that's actually one of the first things that people notice whenever they get our toys is, wow, this is a lot more durable than I expected it to be. When I heard that this was a paper-based toy, I was worried that my kid was going to destroy this. We make our toys out of a material called Playper board. It's our own unique material. We have a trademark on the word Playper board, and it is a very unique type of material. It's durable, it's thick, it's flexible, so you can actually be very you can play with it in a rough way, and as kids do, and you can spill water, ketchup, whatever on it and wipe it right off. I have 4 young kids myself, and I leave one of our castle play sets downstairs in my living room. I also have a dog and 2 cats, so we have a very active home, and I leave our toys out and about, and I let my kids play with them as rough as they want to. It is very durable, and that's one of the things that we spent a lot of time working on. We went through a lot of different iterations on the material itself to get this material to be as durable as it is. It's a really cool type of material, and then the assembly mechanic itself actually lends itself to that durability of it as well. The way that the toys assemble when you build them, you slot them together in this kind of tongue and groove style assembly. You actually get a nice audible click sound like you do with Lego, and it holds together really well. But then you can also disassemble it and flatten it back down and put it right back in the box that it came in.
It's exciting to see all the different toys that you've created. How are sales going?
Sales are going well. Yeah, we've rolled out nationwide to Barnes and Noble this year, which is really exciting for us. We're doing well at the Barnes and Noble stores. It's honestly a perfect account for us. Whenever I go in and see it there, I am just I love seeing it there, because it's like, this is where we are designed to be sold. It's a great place for us. But we're sold on our website, Playper.com. We're on Amazon. We're on ToysRUs.com, Walmart.com. We're in about 70 toy stores. I actually just barely returned home from a toy show out in Texas called ASTRA, American Specialty Toy Retail Association. So we just sold into some more toy stores there. It's a bunch of mom and pop toy stores throughout the country, which we love to support. So hopefully we will be sold in hundreds of toy stores by the end of this year. But sales are going really well. And we've had a really good response to what we're doing. There's a lot of demand for more sustainable toy options. As you noted, the large majority of all toys are made out of plastic. And I really felt like there had to be a better way. And it seems that there's a lot of other parents out there that felt the same way I do. And there's also a lot of toys out there that are just kind of empty calories, and they don't provide a whole lot of educational value or other value to the kids. And our toys do a lot, from the tangible, tactile nature of them and the way that you build them, and what that really brings to kids, and also the storytelling nature of it is really key to who we are. So I think that we're really serving a need in the market, and as a result, sales have been good.
That's fantastic. Now, how big is the toy market? I think it's, by any definition, huge, but how big is it, and how much of a piece of it do you hope to take?
Oh man, I really should know this number offhand. I don't have the exact number available to me right now. I don't want to misquote how big. I mean, it's obviously in the high billions. I don't know the number offhand. I mean, we hope to take even a small portion of the toy market would still be a very big size of the market for us. So, you know, we think that as I noted, there's a lot of demand for more sustainable toys out there. One thing I should note is that the buildable toys, construction toys, educational toys, that is one of the largest and growing segments within the toy industry, and we really fit into that nicely. One of our toys, there's a lot of talk right now about tariffs, so I'll just address that real quickly. One of our toys is exempt from tariffs because actually a whole line of our products, the Story Starters set, is exempt from tariffs as a result of being educational enough in nature. But I just wanted to highlight the fact that, you know, educational toys is part of what we are all about. They have social emotional learning features to them. They teach kids about their emotions, and that's a real big segment within toys. People are trying to find more toys that really teach kids things and address social emotional skills as well. So that's what we do. But the toy industry is huge.
Yeah, you're also building, you know, an impressive team. Tell us a little bit about the team. I'm sure the Super Crowd folks are interested to learn more about, you know, this great team you've assembled.
Thank you. No, I'm really proud of my team. I love talking about them. So I have two co-founders. Both have Disney backgrounds. One of them is a former creative director at Disney. He started out his career at Disney, where he was for 10 years as a creative director. He was also a creative director at Netflix and Samsung and Roku. My other co-founder, Susie, was a creative producer at Disney for a good portion of her career. And then our chief product officer is just phenomenal and has designed toys for all of the biggest names in the toy business. He was a toy designer at Lego for a number of years. He did Star Wars Lego sets and all of the big licensed type of Lego sets that you can imagine out there, Harry Potter, etc. And he also was at Spin Master and Mattel and Fisher Price. He was an in-house toy designer for Toys R Us. So he just has a phenomenal background in toys. We have a paper toy engineer who's designed paper toys for Google and Nintendo. We have one of our investors and advisors is the former CEO of Fisher Price. One of our advisors, investors, and board members is a former SVP at Spin Master and Mattel, and she was also the chief brands officer of Mattel. So those are just a couple of our team members. I'm really proud of the team that we've assembled.
It is an exceptional team with, one after the other, highly relevant skills and experience. It's impressive. So you're raising capital on WeFunder.
Yeah.
We've got a short link on the screen, s4g.biz/play. Will take you right to the WeFunder campaign. But tell us a little bit about why you decided to raise capital from the crowd.
I feel like I wanted the average person to be able to invest in our business. I don't want to just be taking in money from your standard investors. I feel like our company is something that really resonates with common people. I think that everything that we do at Playper, from the price points on the products, all of our prices, by the way, are between $15 to $35. We're introducing a $9.99 price point item soon here as well. I want our prices of our products to be accessible to everyone, and I want the opportunity to support our business to be accessible to everyone as well. And it really is the type of business that resonates with just normal everyday people. And so being able to bring normal people who are not investors into the fold at Playper is something that I think is really important. And so that's why I wanted to open it up to WeFunder.
Well, it is great to see the progress you're making in the raise, and also the extraordinary, unique, and special business that you're building. So this is exciting stuff.
Thank you.
And I'm thrilled to have you on the show today. Listen, we got to take a quick break here, Webb. Folks, I'm here today with Webb Knudsen. He's the CEO and founder of Playper, this amazing toy company that makes paper toys, believe it or not, that are really genuinely fun. They're proving to be very successful in the market, educational as well as environmentally friendly. This is a special deal. But we're going to shift gears when we come back from this break to talk to Webb about his superpower. So stick around. You don't want to miss this.
Download a free copy of How to Make Money with Impact Crowdfunding, the book Sarah Hanks describes as
a fantastic overview, not just of crowdfunding investing, but of investing in general.
Andrew Savickas raved,
"This book offers unparalleled insights for anyone looking to make a difference."
Scan the QR code to get your copy. Supercrowd 25, where innovation meets impact.
18 hours of live content, 5 platforms, 1 global audience.
Join the largest event for regulated investment crowdfunding. Live pitches, expert panels, real change.
August 21st and 22nd.
Scan the code or visit thesupercrowd25.com to register free today.
Struggling to raise capital for your business? Unlock the power of the crowd with AI. My free guide, Crowdfunding Made Simple, walks you through every step to success. Get funded smarter, faster. Scan the QR code now for your free download.
Welcome back. Today I'm here with Webb Knudsen, CEO and founder of Playper, this amazing toy company, environmentally friendly, educational, paper made. And we've been talking about his WeFunder round and all the great things going on, but we're going to shift gears now to talk to Webb about his superpower. So stick around. Webb, you have really accomplished something impressive here. The level of innovation, the level of creativity, and the level of sophistication with this innovation is genuinely impressive, to say nothing of the extraordinary team you're assembling. What is your superpower?
Well, if you'll allow me to have two, I'd like to list two things. So first of all, you commented on my team, and I feel one of my superpowers, honestly, is being able to find, recognize, and attract really talented individuals. I feel like that's a gift that I have, and I'm really grateful and humbled by the fact that I've been able to bring so many talented individuals onto our team here at Playper. I mentioned some of the toy designers and just really talented senior level executives from toy brands that we have working with us here at Playper. I forgot to mention one individual who is a former writer for Paw Patrol and PJ Masks. We've just got some incredibly talented artists and people who are part of the Playper team. And the fact that I've been able to identify and attract these people to join what is an earlier stage business is really something that I'm proud of and humbled by and just grateful for. So I just pinch myself that I'm able to work with such great people. So I'd say that's number one. And then number two, I think this is something that's very important for any founder of a business. My resilience, the fact that when things don't go well, I get back up, I brush myself off, and I keep going. I have two things on either side of my desk here. So if you see me look in a certain direction, it's only because I'm looking at these two little things that I always try to remind myself of. One is, it's a little cheesy, but there's that image that I'm sure a lot of people have seen of the frog being swallowed by the goose or swan or whatever that bird thing is, and it just says never give up. And that's something I like to remind myself of, is no matter what happens, and in the world of startups, it's a roller coaster ride sometimes, but just keeping at it. And then there's this other funny thing that I like up here. It's Vitas Gerulaitis. If anybody has heard this story of the tennis player Vitas Gerulaitis, he lost 16 games in a row to Jimmy Connors, and he then won the 17th game, and he said, "And let that be a lesson to you all. Nobody beats Vitas Gerulaitis 17 times in a row." And it makes me laugh, but I just think it's fantastic. Sometimes you get knocked down 16 times, but it's that 17th time that matters, and you just got to keep going. So I think that's one of my superpowers.
Yeah, and being able to have a little of a sense of humor through those challenges is really, really helpful, and I can see that's part of what drives you.
Yeah.
Let's focus a little bit on that resilience for a minute. Can you think of a specific time with Playper or some past life experience when you faced a challenge that you were able to overcome?
Yeah. Well, first of all, I like to acknowledge the fact that Playper has not been an overnight success. I mean, as I mentioned, we are now live in 600 Barnes & Noble stores nationwide at Barnes & Noble, and that's a big success for us. We just launched our first, or announced at least, our first licensing deal with Hidden Pigeon, which is the licensing arm for Mo Willems, the Elephant and Piggy series, and the Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, and the whole Pigeon series and all that. And so those are two great wins that we've had this year. And we've had some great wins this year and last year, but it's taken us a while to get here. I think, there are great stories of startups that are overnight successes, and more power to those people that have those sort of stories. Playper has not been that. We've been at this. We've pivoted a couple times in our products. We've had to go down a number of different paths with everything from the material, the assembly mechanics, the products that we're launching, and just kind of keeping at it and figuring out, okay, we did the product this way, it didn't resonate, let's try it a new way. And so that's something in the Playper journey that has really I've just had to make sure that I acknowledge the fact that we've been trying this different ways, and we're really hitting our stride right now, but it's taken a little while to get here, and I think that's important for other founders out there to know that not every company is an overnight success. So that's something. And the other thing that I just want to be really honest about is my journey, my career has been a bit of a meandering path. I am now in this seat as founder and CEO. I started out my career in the entertainment industry. I worked a couple jobs in Silicon Valley and marketing, and I worked earlier in my career at Lucasfilm prior to them being acquired by Disney, and then during and for a bit of time after the Disney acquisition. I got let go, just to be very honest with you, as a result of that Disney acquisition. My department got cut pretty heavily. I was in distribution sales, and when I started, it was a department of 35 people or something, and by the time I left, it was cut down to about 5 people, and I was one of those affected by the layoffs from the Disney acquisition. And that was a hard time for me. I had to kind of reshift. I had been in the entertainment industry for a good portion of my career, and so those things happen to people, and it's all about how you respond to it. And I feel like now everything's great, and I'm really happy with where I am in my career. But at that time, in between Lucasfilm and jumping over to my next thing, there was a part of my journey where I didn't know what was going to happen next, and I just had to pick myself up and brush myself off and keep at it. And so I'd say that's part of my resilience and part of the superpower I have.
Well, that's a phenomenal example. I want you now to think a little bit about how you coach other people and how you can coach us to be more resilient. I want you to think about all the things you've overcome and some of the things you've done consciously. You hinted at the frog and Vitas Gerulaitis story, but apart from a nice, clever reminder, what are the things that you do to reinforce and build your resilience that we could emulate?
Yeah, I think seeing the bigger picture is important in all things. And I know that's a vague answer, but I have an advisor at Playper who always reminds me, we're making toys here, and if this isn't fun, you're not doing something right. And so I think, at the end of the day, just taking a step back and looking down on yourself as though you're outside of your own body, or just kind of looking down at your career and saying, what is it that you're doing big picture here? And I'm making toys, and that's a very fun thing. I'm tapping into the magic of childhood. I'm part of this incredible experience of childhood, and that is just a good reminder for me, and that kind of helps me be resilient when things don't go right. Just reminding me what is the purpose behind what I'm doing. What's the mission? I would have a very hard time going in to work every day if I did not feel strongly about what I do. But I do. I love it. I love the mission and the purpose behind Playper, and so I think that helps me really be resilient, is just reminding myself there's a bigger reason for what I'm doing here, and taking a step back and looking at what it's all about. And honestly, I don't mean to be cheesy or emotional here, but like, my kids are a fantastic reminder. Like, every time I play with our toys with my kids, I sit down on the floor and I play with them, or I sit at a table here, and that just makes me reminded of what it's all about, really. And so I think that helps with resilience as well, because you just got to keep perspective.
That's great. Well, Webb, I really am grateful that you would join us today. Before we wrap up, I wonder if you'd take just a minute and tell people how they can learn more about Playper, how they can buy the products, how they can invest, and how they can connect with you if they want to connect personally.
Yeah, well, there's no shortage of places you can buy the product from. As I mentioned, we're now live and nationwide at Barnes & Noble. So check us out at your local Barnes & Noble store. We have the Story Starters product there. Specialty retail is awesome for us. So your local toy store. I love to support the little mom and pop toy shops. We've got a great toy store in our town here called Tons of Toys, where we buy a lot of our toys. And if you have a great little toy store in your town, I hope we're sold there. If we're not, hopefully we will be sold there soon. Or go in there and tell them you guys have to carry Playper products, but you can buy us at playper.com, on Amazon, and a whole bunch of other places. But obviously we have the WeFunder campaign going on right now, and we would love your support there. This is a company that really thrives with the support of individuals coming in here and really supporting our business. So please do check us out on WeFunder. I think it's just wefunder.com/Playper. There's a link there. We're raising some capital, and every little bit helps. There's no amount that's too low to invest in our business and really help us out. So that's how you can support us. Buy our products, support us on WeFunder, and we really appreciate every little bit.
Hey, fantastic, Webb. Thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. We wish you every success in your effort to help kids enjoy better, healthier play and to clean up this world, removing a little bit more plastic, one toy at a time.
Perfectly said. You're hired. Thank you.
All righty. Now let's do some good.
Thanks.